Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and I've made another pick a card read for you. This time it's about the next steps in your love life. So what do you need to do to actually get the love life and that relationship that you really want? Very important reading, this one. Big change going on here. So as always, it's going to be a deeper dive to each of these. So if you find that it is your story or could be your story and you want more information about it, more guidance, that's a written reading that goes with this, an instant download. And so it's going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now, guidance for you in this next relationship that you'll get into, things you need to know about yourself, things you need to know about them, how to make that work, because we're talking about very different kinds of relationships in these readings that you haven't experienced before. Big change going on here. And also possible timelines, how it might all go down, and you can book in for that. Toward the end of each of these readings, there'll be a link that pops up there to book in for that. There's also a link in the description box for this video and in the comments as well. Now, in the comments and in the description box, there's also fast forward links, timestamps for you to jump ahead to your reading as well, or watch all three if you want. And so all you need to do now is make a choice. Now, for that deeper dive, by the way, it is an instant download, but you need to get your email address right. So when you first sign up for it, you're going to get taken to the crystals, probably. And if you've chosen the crystal, that's all great. But you will receive an email to the email address that you've supplied. Now, check in that inbox or in your spam, your junk, your promotions folder for that email, because the email will have all three. So if you're wanting to download the flowers or the shells, then you'll need to check that email for it. So all you need to do now is make your choice. Is it the citrine one that you want? Is it the flower? Or the shell? Make your choice right now and watch your reading. Thank you so much for your support of my channel, your clicking like, your sharing, your subscriptions, your comments, and all of that stuff. Very much appreciated. Enjoy your reading, and I'll see you next time. Bye. So if you chose the crystal wand, then this one is for you. Let's find out what's coming up next in your love life. What are your next steps to actually getting the love life that you want? Let's find out for you. So as always, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's a written reading that goes with this. So if you do find that this resonates with you, it's your story or could be your story, and you want to go deeper into it, that's going to go into guidance for you in this situation, guidance for you in the relationship that's coming as well, and what you need to know about yourself, what you need to know about them, how to make it work good, and possible timelines, how this might all go down. You can book in for that. Toward the end of this reading, there'll be a link that pops up there, and also a link in the description box and in the comments box for this. So let's find out. Acceptance. So your next steps in your love life are about acceptance. Could be acceptance that something just isn't working and you're not going to get them to change or something like that. Acceptance is important for you. Let's get some more out for you. Crystals. What's the next steps in the love life? I'm feeling a lot of changes coming, crystals, but it's us that needs to make that change and actually stop what hasn't been serving us and start doing what is serving us. What will serve us, rather. Curiosity. Be curious about yourself. Be curious about other people. Be curious about what you've been choosing. Be curious about why things keep on going wrong and why you're not getting what you want now. As I said, I feel like change needs to happen, so be curious. Maybe somebody completely different, a different kind of person is going to be right for you here. So be curious about that too. Curious about how you can make changes. Let's get some tarot out anyway. Let's find out, crystals, what are your next steps in your love life? Getting that kind of the love, the relationship that you want. The Queen of Cups, being receptive. What else for crystals? The High Priestess, listening to your intuition. The Two of Cups, a significant love offer. I want to get some clarifiers out before I talk about these too much, because it might be different than I'm seeing in these cards. Crystals. One more for crystals, please. What else do they need to know about the next steps in their love life? Ace of Cups. Wow, you've got amazing cards. I love it. Acceptance now. Let's just keep that in mind, that acceptance here. So the Queen of Cups to me, she's loving and nurturing, but she's also open and receptive. What to the Ace of Emotions, to being fulfilled. So the Ace of Emotions is like you feeling fulfilled, you feeling amazing. It's like when you get a standing ovation and you feel just incredible. What makes you feel amazing? Like some people, when they're hurting, they can say, oh, well, I love giving to people. But if we're really honest, that doesn't make us feel amazing. What makes us feel amazing is being loved, is receiving that. And it stands for every single human being on this planet. And so we can fool ourselves and say, no, I just love giving. I just love giving my energy away. That fills me up. Nah, what fills you up is you being filled up, you receiving. And so it might be that you've been telling yourself a story about how you love to give because you've been disappointed in receiving. And so applying this to your love life, you may have been settling crystals for relationships where you're giving a lot and you're loving a lot and you think that that's filling you up, but it's time for you to receive now and actually get filled up and be loved yourself. Nothing better than that. Someone that actually loves you. So the High Priestess here, why have we got the High Priestess? All about our intuition. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, intuition. So you're tuned in, crystals. You are tuned in. You rely on your intuition. But what is it that you're looking for? Like your intuition is like a red or a green light, saying yes. But what goals have you been setting for your love life? So for example, if you're saying to the universe, just bring me someone to love, right? Someone that I can love. Then you get an intuitive hit, yes, this person. Why did you get that intuitive hit, yes, this person? Well, it's someone that matches that. You've asked for someone to love. This person you can love. So they're going to be a needy person. They're going to be a person required that you can love, that you can pour that energy into. But if you have set a goal like someone to love me, someone that will fill me up, well, that intuitive hit is going to be different then. You're not going to get an intuitive green light for that person that shows up that you got it before. So the Wheel of Fortune, that's fate saying, yes, you get intuitive hits, but it's always about what you've been asking for. You set yourself a new goal and say, I want to be filled up now, I want to be loved properly. You're going to attract a completely different kind of person and then get the intuitive hit about that. So yes, always trust your intuition, but be very aware of what you've been asking for. 2 Cups then. So fate does get involved. It's not leaving you out and your intuition isn't wrong. It's just what you've been asking for may be not exactly what you really want. And it's time to get aware of that, crystals. 2 Cups. Very significant love offer. What's this? 2 Cups. Why have I got the 2 Cups here for crystals? It's very promising. The 8 of Voices though, all bound to somebody that you thought was your 2 of Cups. Right, now, after what I've just said, maybe you've been asking crystals in the past for someone to love, and then your intuition said, yes, it's this person. You're feeling the connection with them. You're like, yeah, I've got the feelings for them. And it's like, hang on a minute. How come I feel bound to this person? Because my intuition told me that they're my person. Aren't they my twin flame? If I feel that, I'm bound to this person, but I'm not getting what I want from them. So what's that about? Well, it's time to realize that just because you got those feelings, just because you had that intuitive hit, doesn't mean that you're your twin flame or they're your person. And bind yourself for that. This is saying your next steps is to accept that something isn't working. You need to unbind yourself, set them free, set yourself free, and then ask for something new of what it is you actually want to receive. That love, the Ace of Cups to be filled up. Give us more on this Ace of Cups. See, I knew I had to hold out of telling you what those cards were before we got these clarifiers out. So the Ace of Voices here with the Ace of Cups. So it's like getting an idea now. Ace of Cups. What's going to fill you up? What's really going to fulfill you? No more pretending that we love to give and we don't need to receive anything back. It's just rubbish. That it's like saying, what really fills your cup? Oh, me pouring it away. That really fills my cup. No, it doesn't. It's the opposite. So the Ace of Voices is like a new idea, a new choice, a new goal to fill you up. You have to be selfish. You have to think of yourself and what it is that you want. Don't just think of the other person. No one's going to do that for you. The universe is going to give you what you want. Just as soon as you're in alignment with it and you're actually asking for it and reaching for what it is that you want, then your intuition is going to work and the fates are going to bring that person to you instead. So, Queen of Cups and the Ace of Emotions, what's this about? It feels like you haven't received an awful lot. And then each time you're surprised. Oh, why aren't they giving to them? Why isn't this person giving to me? Why am I not receiving back from them? Well, you didn't ask for that. I know because I've done this myself. Unlimited possibilities, you see. You can have whatever you want. I was going to tell you about that. I just got a call. So, yeah. Unlimited possibilities. So you do have unlimited possibilities. You can choose whatever it is that you want and you're being granted it. It's just you're not realizing what it is that you've been asking for here. So the High Priestess and the Wheel of Fortune just shows your power, though, is that your intuition is on point. You're feeling that connection, that yes, and growth. But then you can ask for something new. So it has actually helped you. Sorry, out of breath. I just carried a big fan in a box up the hill then. It has helped you. Those wrong choices and that intuition, it's actually exercised your intuition. So look back, crystals, and recognize that your intuition was working. And that's a good thing. Like you've grown, and then you're going to recognize when your intuition works. But then you can ask yourself, when you get an intuitive hit on somebody and you're feeling that connection with them, then you're like, okay, what was I asking for? What was in my energy? What was I really asking for at this point? Then the Two of Cups, you've got to set yourself free from someone. There's someone that you think is your person, but they're not your person. Two of Cups and the Eight of Voices, tell us what's behind this. Stripping illusions, there you go. So you've had an illusion about someone, you think someone's your person and they're not. You bound yourself to them, you think, oh, this is my twin flame, this is my person, because I had an intuitive hit about it, but there's some acceptance to have there that then they're not your person, you're not going to get out of them what it is you really want, and you need to actually start asking for what it is that you want now. Letting the universe help you with that. So the Ace of Cups, let's get both of these out. So Ace of Cups and Ace of Voices, asking for something new now, something that will fill you up. And Sacred Space and Death. So this is about honoring yourself, honoring that your life and your heart, it's for you. Your love is for you, right? And you're allowed to have really good experiences, really good relationships, but you need to start choosing that and recognizing what the fine points, the details of what it is you've been asking for in a relationship. Get specific about it. So honoring yourself is the sacred space, and then stopping, just keeping on doing what you've been doing. Let's get some of these out, or maybe two. Let's get two of these out. Give crystals more of an idea. Oh, yes. That's interesting. Okay, love yourself first is the first card out. Good advice to love yourself first, and then this could be the one. Obviously not this old one. It's not the one. So give us more on this love yourself first. Love yourself first. What's going on here? Meditate and contemplate. So it seems to me, crystals, like you might have been putting yourself last, because I just keep on picking that up. You've been asking for, who can I love? Someone to love, someone that you can love, but not necessarily someone to love you. And so meditate and contemplate on this that I'm telling you in this reading, and the deeper dive as well if you decide to get that. And just take a step back and then think about that there's going to be ahas that come from this. Oh, this is what I've been doing to myself, that kind of thing. Take some time out first to meditate and contemplate all of this information. Trust. Right. So there's trust issues that have come about from the experiences that you've had because you've trusted your intuition, like your intuition is the green light saying this is right for you rather than this is right for what you've been asking for. Yeah. And so you have lost some kind of a trust in the way that you've been choosing, which is kind of right. You know, you haven't been choosing right, but you need to regain that trust in yourself now and understand how you got those confirmations. So it's definitely time to meditate and contemplate so you can get that trust back in yourself. Give us more on this. To love yourself first. Just one. Just one. There we go. Coffin, yeah. Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. So you can free yourself from something here by taking some time right now to meditate and contemplate on the actual nuts and bolts of what it is that you have been co-creating with the universe, what you didn't mean to co-create with the universe, setting yourself free from that, loving yourself first. Give us more on this. Could be the one. So, the one. Tricky concept, isn't it? Who is the one for you? Do you know what they're really going to be like? This could be the one. Show the world the real you. Right. Well, who are you? Crystals, this is saying that it's like the love yourself first thing as well. Who is really the one for you? Because they're going to be authentic. You're going to find them when you are really knowing yourself and who you are and what it is that you want. So when you show the world the real you, when you really know yourself and know what it is that you want, almost from an unemotional place, and certainly not a fanciful them a twin flame kind of a place. Like, it's so destructive, that concept. You can actually choose really well for yourself. So this could be the one. It's maybe you're believing a little bit too much in the one, in the twin flame or the soulmate or something like that, as if there's one person that's just going to be right, and then one day you'll pick that right person. Your life is a co-creation, including your relationships. You have to actually be consciously choosing the right thing for yourself. Often not. In fact, majority of people that have that twin flame concept are not choosing what's right for them at all. Tell us more about this for crystals. Ownership, taking ownership of yourself, your vibration, what it is you want, your life, knowing that you're worthy, and then asking for what it is that you want, and say, okay, this is the relationship that I'm going to create now, something that's going to fill me up, someone to love me properly. You've already practiced the loving other people properly. You're going to be able to do that anyway. You don't need to ask for that anymore. That's a given. What you want is it's the stuff that you haven't been receiving before. The stuff that you've been saying, hang on, how am I not getting this? That's the stuff that you need to ask for now. So take ownership of that. You acknowledge your misdeeds and accomplishments alike and learn how to love them all as lessons. Then, when you've done that and you're showing up as the real you and you know exactly what you want from a relationship, then someone will express that love to you. Now it's going to feel very different than it has before because of that. But this could say, crystals, that you've already got someone in your life that could be the one, but you've not been focused on them because it's not been what you've asked for, so you're not getting the green light from your intuition on them and all of that. It feels very much like there could somewhat be someone in your life already that is right for you. You just haven't realized what's right for you yet. You need to do that and ask for what it is that you want. So what was this? Curiosity. Be curious, because the one that's right for you is not who you've been looking for already. A stubborn, aggressive person. That's interesting. And maybe this is you, stubborn and aggressive, because here you are tied to someone, if not in person, in your actual life, in your mind, you think that someone is yours. You bound yourself to them, you're restricting yourself, and maybe that's your stubbornness and maybe aggressiveness about it too. You're annoyed with them that they're not becoming that person Just remember what you asked for. That's who they are, and it's not what you actually want. So drop that stubborn, aggressive side of you, trying to change that person into being the right person. Realize that your intuitive hit about them was just a yes. This is someone that you can love, kind of thing. So you've almost got a mothering feel about this. The Queen of Cups there. She's the one that mothers, that nurtures people. You've asked for someone to love, and you've been given someone to love. A childlike partner, not a real partner, just someone to love, like a kid. You could have adopted them instead of having a relationship with them, really. But you deserve great happiness instead. So start asking for that. Great happiness. What will fill you up? Someone to love you. Period of frustration, lessons to be learned. So this could be a frustrating time for you, learning all of this, realizing what you've been doing, realizing how many years you've wasted, all of this. Maybe you've been wasting a long time on this person, feeling like this person is your person. So let's get some hope for you, hopefully. There's a lot to learn here, and yeah, it could be kind of frustrating, but best learn it now and then ask. I don't feel like it's going to be a long time off, but I will go into that in the deeper dive. Physical touch, a tender touch can mean so much. Now this could be something that is causing problems for you, is that yearning for touch, getting you into the wrong relationships, or keeping you in those wrong relationships. Even though you're not getting what you want, you're getting a bit of touch, or you're getting some kind of a sexual connection and that you're craving. You're like, I don't want to give that up and then have nothing. So it feels to me like you're not receiving very much from relationships at all, and you're trying to cling on onto the little that you're receiving there. But let it go, because you deserve a whole lot more than that, and you can have it too, Crystal. So there you go. That's your messages. That's your next steps in your love life to actually getting the love life that you actually want. So if that does resonate with you and you want some more information on that, you want some guidance, how to do all of this, guidance for you in your next relationship as well, the one that could be the one, because I'm really picking up that there is someone in your life at the moment, but you're probably not even looking at them, or as I said, your intuition will be saying no to them because you're not asking for that yet. As soon as you start asking for what they are, you're going to get in the intuitive hit that it's them. So yeah, guidance about them, you, possible dynamics, all of that, things you need to know about yourselves, how to have a healthy relationship, possible timelines, how it might all go down. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. It's just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars. And it's an automatic download. So thank you so much for watching, crystals. Thank you for your likes, your subscribes, all your shares and stuff like that you do, your support of my channel. Very much appreciated. Good luck with this, and I'll see you next time. Bye. If you chose the flower, then this one is for you. Let's find out what your next best steps are for your love life. See if there's some new decisions that you need to make, or how best to proceed forward in your love life for your benefit and for your heart's benefit. So as always, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's a written reading that goes with it. So if you find that this is your story or could be your story, you might want to go deeper into it, and it goes into more guidance for you. So guidance and advice for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. Guidance for you and advice for you in the relationship that you're headed toward next, whatever this reading is going to tell us about. Anyway, what you need to know about yourself, what you need to know about them, possible dynamics, what's going to come up next for you, and possible timelines, how this might proceed. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of this reading, there'll be a link that pops up there. You can find a link for that deeper dive in the comments and in the description box for this video. So let's get some cards out. Oh, that jumped up. So what are your best next steps forward for your love life? Let's find out. We've got the gift of connection here. So connecting with somebody, maybe on a deeper level than you have before. Let's find out more about this. Or someone could be coming into your life that is a connection, that is like a deeper connection than you've had before. You might be finding yourself connected to people that you weren't connected to before, like a different kind of a person is what I'm feeling here, flowers. Let's find out more about it. For flowers, the next steps forward in the love life. Relaxation. So yeah, chill out about it, flowers. Don't pay so much attention to your love life. We've got the relaxation card here, which means take the emphasis off it, chill out about it, don't try and push forward. They aren't the best steps to take. Let's get some tarot out for you. Your next steps forward in your love life. And the reason that I'm doing it this time round is that I feel like the energies are changing now. It's time to switch things up, to do things differently, to choose differently from ourselves, to sort our love lives out ourselves, and maybe learn from what we've done before, and maybe not keep on heading down the same route that we've headed down before. But let's see. Temperance, slow down. Slow down. So this could mean take your time getting to know someone to see whether they are really compatible with you, whether they're really invested in it, whether they really want to have a relationship, whether they're wanting the same things as you. This could be saying like slow down in getting into a relationship, slow down in committing too fast. Maybe you've been a fast committer. You feel something for someone, you feel a connection with someone, and then you're just like, I'm committed to them. Before you know anything about them, before they've invested a thing. Could be that. So slow down. Slow down, flowers. What else have we got for flowers? We've got the King of Cups. The King of Cups, I'm not really into him. He tends to be kind of wounded, really. The King of Cups, one that's got reacting to things, is wounded, is feeling a lot of things, is not necessarily able to communicate those emotions. It's just very emotional, so easily triggered, wounded, that kind of thing. Now you might be recognizing the King of Cups, you might be attracted to the King of Cups because you were wounded and you've been healing yourself. Watch out for that. Watch out for that, because it could be that gift of connection could be that you are attracted to your former self. Now, is the King of Cups healing himself? Is he putting the work in? Who knows? He might just be wounded and never going to do that. So just be careful who you choose in that. Queen of Swords, being empowered, saying no. The Queen of Swords knows when to say no. So maybe it's time to say no to things that people that you've been choosing, or patterns that you've been choosing over and over again. Let's get some clarity. Well, let's get one more out first and then we'll get some clarity. So learning, flowers, learning from what you've been through. Collaboration. Three of Pentacles is about collaboration too, but I'm just getting you've got to learn from what it is that you've been through, from the choices that you've been making, the patterns that you've been in. It's time to learn from that now and do something differently is what I'm getting. So why Temperance for flowers here? Why they got to slow down? I mean, that's what this card, this kitty card, suggests as well, is to slow down, take it easy, take the focus off the love life. You could be maybe thinking, no, I can get it this way. If I just persist, I can get this. I can get it from this person, get the right thing from this person. The universe is like, you can't. You got to stop. Walking away. So slow down, because it's time to walk away from something. So don't rush from one thing to another, rush out of one relationship into another, that kind of thing, doing the same thing over again. Slow down, take stock. Notice, look back, learn from it, notice what you did last time. Really pay a lot of attention, maybe meditate on it. What was I choosing last time in that person? Who does it remind me of? Does it remind me of my wounded childhood self that didn't get the love that she wanted from her abusive father, and so she's chosen an abusive person to try and get the love from them again? Or was I choosing the King of Cups, because the King of Cups is my old wounded self, me 10 years ago before I started working on myself, and I kind of wanted to help this King of Cups out too, even though he wasn't helping himself. Like, often that familiarity, that connection that we feel with someone, it's really just a reflection of ourselves, or someone maybe we're wanting to like pick up our younger self and love them out of something, and we're not realizing that we're choosing that inner partner, and it's never going to work out well when we do that. King of Cups, why have we got the King of Cups here? So this is saying slow down, because there's stuff that you need to walk away from here. Flowers. Death. Death to the King of Cups. Off with his head, says the Queen of Swords. There's a pattern that needs to end here. Like I said, King of Cups, right, is wounded. He's the one that needs to nurture himself all the time. He gets easily triggered. He's emotional. And he's emotional for a reason. And I'm picking up on this wounding in him, and I know if you're watching my videos, you're probably healing yourself. You're probably being proactive in that. Now, when you're choosing someone that's wounded, they're not necessarily doing the same thing. They might just be wounded and not doing anything about it. There's so many people out there that are wounded and they're not doing anything about it. So there needs to be the end of a pattern here, flowers. You need to stop doing that. How can you stop doing it? Well, you need to recognize what it is that you're doing first. So yeah, the question here to ask yourself, flowers, is which version of myself am I choosing in this other person, that I'm loving in this person, that I'm attracted to in this other person? Because it's a wound mate kind of a pattern, and you're not going to get what you want from a wound mate like that. Now, if you can find a way to find a wounded person that is actually healing themselves, they're probably not going to be out there dating, by the way, someone that's doing that. But if you manage to find that secret formula, you might have a chance with that one. But as I said, the majority of people aren't healing. They're just wounded. So be careful of choosing those and trying to change them. Queen of Swords, what's this about? Queen of Swords, she's empowered. She knows when to say no. What's this about? There's an ant running all over your flower. Queen of Swords. Why does the Queen of Swords come up here? Next steps in your love life, flowers. Why does the Queen of Swords come up here? An awakening. Oh, awakening the Queen of Swords within you. So you need to start saying no. You need not just slow down, but say no. Not pursuing your love life anymore until you've figured it out. Until you've figured out the past. We need to learn, right? We need to learn from our mistakes, not just, oh, I'll just find another one and just presume that love will find me and love will win out. Even though I keep on making bad decisions for myself and pouring my love into places where it doesn't belong and wasting my energy like that. So do not proceed forward. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200, flowers, until you've learned, until you've taken that time out while you're saying no to dates and stuff like that, or exes showing up, until you've figured all of this stuff out. The big thing here is to ask yourself, flowers, who have I been choosing? What was I seeing in them that reminds me of some past version of myself? Now, ideally, flowers, you want to be choosing your current self mirror, or someone of where you're headed, like your future self. So someone that's got something to offer you, not someone that you've left behind, that you're leaving behind, that you've already left behind. So what is it that you're learning? The Three of Pentacles here, the Ace of Inspiration. It's about passion. What are you passionate about? Oh, you're passionate about spirituality and healing. Are you choosing that in your love life? What is it you're passionate about? So this is saying that you're actually physically attracted to things that you're passionate about your work. So you might have been choosing customer kind of people to help in that kind of way. Has that been you, flowers? Learn about that. Yeah, a lot of people do that. A lot of people in the healing profession do that. They start dating people that would be customers, people that they can help, because they're attracted to that kind of a person, because that's what they're passionate about in their work. In the soul. They're not the people to date. A partner is a partner, someone that can stand beside you, not someone to help, not a customer. I don't date my customers. I used to. I learned from that. I used to, well, not date my customers, but I used to date guys that needed help, because I was attracted to people like that because of my work. It's not a very good thing, flowers. So learn from that what your passion is, what you're passionate about, and then try and separate it out, flowers, what you're passionate about in your work and interests and stuff like that, from your love life. Okay, let's get some deeper clarity on all of this. So why, flowers, it's got to slow down, because there's something that you need to walk away from. You need to see it clearly before you can walk away from it. You need to recognize it, what you need to walk away from before. Because it feels to me, flowers, that this is saying you keep on doing something over and over again, thinking it's the right thing to do, or thinking that's the way that the world is and love will find me, and so, somehow I'm going to feel that connection with someone and it's going to be the right person for me. But it's not, you see, if you're choosing your old self, your old wooden self, right? It's never going to be the right person for you. So Temperance and the Eight of Emotions. And yes, you probably love them so much each time, because really what you're trying to do is love that inner child, or love that broken part of you. Temperance and Eight of Emotions. What's behind this for flowers? Slow down because there's something that you need to walk away from. Let's use this one. Grounding. And ground yourself first. There's something you need to ground yourself first to recognize something that you need to walk away from. A pattern that you've been doing. Can't keep on doing the same thing and expect different results here. King of Cups and Death. You definitely need to stop choosing this chappie or woman. The wounded one. The one that's all wounded. Triggered. Sensitive. You're choosing it because you've been there, but that needs to stop now. Love yourself instead out of that. Heal yourself out of that. Don't choose to love. Choose to love you so that you can heal yourself out of that instead of choosing to love a broken person that's got those sensitivities. It's all good. Don't worry about it. I mean, this is part of the process. What do we get into relationships for anyway, really, from a spiritual point of view? Well, it's to love ourselves more, to have those mirrors, to find that self-love. It's about relationship with ourselves. Really, it's a window of opportunity and of awareness to love ourselves more. But if we're trying to love ourselves more through relationships, nah. We need to love ourselves first and then find a partnership, someone that can stand by our side. Queen of Swords and Awakening. So awakening to this empowered version of you that can say no, or say no until you awaken to what it is that you've been doing. Is what I'm getting from that. Integration, and before you integrate it, right? So you need to learn from something. You need to say no until you've awakened to something, before you can learn from it and integrate it, before you can get it back out there and put it into practice. So it's you time now, flowers. And the Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Inspiration, learning what is your passion and interests rather than your love life, not mingling the two. What's this about? Reunion of souls. Yeah, so you're feeling a very strong connection to people that remind you of your old self, and you're feeling that a passion for them. But who is your old self? Well, it's the challenges that you chose because you have a particular life purpose, because your soul is interested in a certain thing. You might be interested in spirituality, interested in healing, that kind of thing. You might be interested in healing from abuse or all kinds of things like that. But then that passion is having you choose the abuses or choose the wounded people from abuse. And you need to know yourself better of what your passions are because of your soul purpose, and not get it mixed up with your love life. It's the big message here, flowers. Relationship card. Let's get one of these out and see. 2. Chemistry, and it's safe for you to love. Right, let's pick these apart. I'm not going to do them together. So chemistry. What are your next steps to love? And it's safe for you to love. Let's get some more information about these. So tell us more about this chemistry. So maybe it is picking apart that chemistry and that passion that you're feeling. Let's see, what's this chemistry about? Or maybe you're just completely susceptible to a sexual chemistry kind of thing. And I mean, it's important that that's there for a relationship, but it's not everything. It doesn't mean, that's not the universe giving a green light. You need to have your picker be about more things than that. Maybe chemistry. Tell us what this chemistry is about for flowers. Or it could be that it's your sex drive and your chemistry that is getting you into relationships, when really the time now is to take it slowly, to back off from it, to give it a rest and say no for a while. Look at that. But let's get some cards out. Why have we got the chemistry card out here, please? Why have we got the chemistry card out here for flowers? For the next steps in the love life. Conclusions are within reach. You're going to figure it out. The chemistry, there's something in this, the chemistry. When you feel a sexual attraction, again, it could be to do with the past too. Something that I've noticed in myself is the influence, when my sexuality first started as a teenager, the influence of the movies around that time, seeing movies from around that time, and it's like, oh, like Top Gun, it's like, oh my God, that's why I'm attracted to guys that do that or look like that or wear that particular kind of clothing, because that movie was out when my sexuality was just beginning. It was so influential. And so sometimes we can be attracted to the weirdest stuff just for like a reason like that, because it was in a movie. So, or flowers that you had an experience, a sexual experience, one of your first sexual experiences, and that could be triggering off this chemistry. You see, our chemical reactions, they're kind of in the body, they're kind of it's like the brain, the neurons of the brain firing with each other. So there could be a smell that you get associated with pain, or a relative that you wore a certain perfume that you didn't like, that was nasty to you and bullied you. You link to that. So we can have these chemical responses in our body, including the sexual chemistry response, connected to the weirdest stuff. And it doesn't make sense, but you might be making that mean something, but it's not. A connection that it's not. Remember, we've got the gift of connection. So this, to me, flowers, is saying that you are imagining a connection. You're making more out of a feeling of connection or a feeling of chemistry or a feeling of whatever than it actually is. It's not a sign from the universe just because you're feeling this thing. I see a lot of people in the spiritual world making this mistake. I feel connection, so they must be my twin flame. Well, no, it might be a sexual chemistry thing because of an old messed up pattern that you had when you were a teenager. It could be all kinds of things. But conclusions are within reach. So this is saying, like, your next step is to ask yourself why, find out why, like, get back to the start of that. When did I first start getting attracted to that? You might be surprised, because you might be actually the chemical reactions going on when those synapses join, in our brain. It might just be the weirdest things. Give us more on this purpose. Again, bringing it back to this passion in your work, in your soul's purpose. It has a lot to do with the experiences that you've had in your life. You might be mistaking that. You might be mistaking that for sexual attraction when you feel an actual attraction. So as I said, this could be, you're a healer, and so you meet a wounded person, but just because they happen to be good looking and have something about a movie that you watched when you were first like hitting puberty, they've got that thing about them, and so that you think they're the one. But really they're connected to your purpose. So I experience this as a healer too, is that guys will get in touch with me and think that we've got some kind of a romantic connection, when really they're just getting a reading from me, when really I've just got a message for them. Like, so I'm not doing it toward them kind of thing. I'm not going to date the customer, but they're trying to do that to me. We can mistake it because we're human beings, right? And if you're a woman that's attracted to a man, it's always going to be hard with the normal law of attraction to do with our life purpose stuff if they show up and they're good looking. Especially if they're like wearing that thing that star wore in that movie, that we're very complicated. Let's get tell us more about that. So there's something, you're getting your life purpose mixed up with your sexuality is what it's saying here. You're actually attracted to people maybe that you're here to serve instead of be in a relationship with. The snake. Competition, enemy, clever, malicious. Look over your shoulder, the other woman. But that's interesting, because this is saying to me now that your life purpose that's attracting you to people is actually attracting you to the opposite kind of people. So it could be that your life purpose has got something to do with, say like healing people, whereas really your life purpose is, or your ideal partner would be someone like a business person that is running their business, because that's what you're going to be doing. You know what I mean? It's like you're choosing the people that you're here to help, that they're actually showing up as the enemy, the thing that you're overcoming. You keep on choosing the thing that you're overcoming in yourself instead of choosing the one that has already overcome that, or the one that doesn't have that in the first place. You don't have to choose people that have had similar wounds. And I've often thought that myself, is like, well, if they haven't had similar wounds, how are they ever going to understand me and what I've been through? It's safe for you to love. Let's find out more about this. So there's something about you needing to feel safe before you can open up your heart properly to somebody. You're good enough. So you need to feel safe within yourself to have a healthy relationship. And why would an unhealthy relationship feel safer to us? Well, because it's known. Because we have been unhealthy, right? It's familiar to us. And so this is saying, flowers, you need to feel good enough, and then you're going to choose a healthy relationship which is going to feel different to you. So it's not your natural choice. It's never our natural choice, right? If you think about it in business, when we're just first starting out, we are naive, we are insecure, we don't know the thing, we feel like we're in the wrong place kind of thing. You're not going to walk up to like Warren Buffett or something and chum up to them. You're not going to feel anywhere near that. So you're going to be actually repelled, not unsafe to love the people that are actually right for you, that will lead you forward, because it's not within your comfort zone. So we reach backwards instead. So you are good enough. It's safe for you to love. It's safe for you to love up. So you're physically attracted. You've got the chemistry. The things are firing off in your body that are attracting you to loving down, to those ones that of things that you've overcome or you're overcoming, instead of reaching up. And it's safe for you to reach up. This is spontaneity here out with us. So you move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely, lovingly embrace new situations. So you need to choose, like your next person needs to be totally different, totally out of your comfort zone, totally different than you've chosen before. These are deep, these readings. The chaser in a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue. Now there we have it. So how can you guarantee that someone will stay with you? Well, love down and then provide them with a need for you. That's codependency, right? You love down so that they need you, so that they won't leave you. This is a fear of abandonment. And so why won't you love up? Because it's too scary, because then what's keeping them with you? They have to keep on choosing you, right? Because there's no need for them to be with you if you're loving up. But they're your true partner. Making sense? Let's get some more out. Next steps for flowers. Time where we are. Next steps for flowers. And a love life. A wish is granted. See, you're going to get your wish granted, but there's some figuring out of yourself to do first. You've got a thread. A sincere wish will be granted. There you go. It's almost like you make these changes. You figure this stuff out and take a break. Flowers, you're going to realize something, and then your wish will be granted, because the universe will say, she's in alignment now, she's looking for the right thing now. Sorry about that, I just had a call. So yeah, once you're on the right page, this is what alignment is about. This is what we do when we're doing those vision boards and stuff. It's not we're asking for it. The universe knows what we want and what's right for us. It's that we are realizing what it is that we're looking for. So it could be that you had someone in front of you all the time that is the person that you're looking for, or the universe has them ready to put in front of you, but it's like, can't put them in front of Flower yet because she won't recognize them yet. So he or she, so you're figuring this out so that you are in alignment, and then your wish will be granted, which is why we've got 2 cards of wish being granted there. What else? Older woman. Dealings or relationship with an older woman. I'm getting this like wisdom from this. It could be that an older woman, a relative or an older friend, can help you out and give you a window of awareness into this. Could be. So let's get a little bit of encouragement then. Let's get one of these out and see if it's got something to say to you. So there are your next steps. The heart of the matter. There's more that's going on than meets the eye here within you, flowers. And so you need to figure that stuff out. Do that inner work, really deep inner work. This is finding out what makes you tick, what makes your chemistry work, what it is that you're attracted to, and what your life purpose is, trying to, and then deciding what relationship would actually be good for you, and then choosing upward and dealing with the insecurities that you've got with that, because they don't need you when you go for somebody who is ahead of you or on a par with you. You're not going to have that security anymore, so you need to find that security within yourself first and let you be enough. You're worthy of love, and it's safe for you to love, and it's safe for you to love up, and you can have it. So there you go, flowers. If that does sound like your story and you want more information about this, of how to go about all of that, so guidance for you in this situation you find yourself in right now to actually do this work, guidance for you in this relationship that's coming for you, which will be very interesting, and possible timelines and all of that stuff, then I'll pop a link for it up there. It's just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars. That's an instant download. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support of my channel, your clicking likes and your subscribes and all of that stuff, your comments. Let me know what's going on and how that resonates with you as well. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you next time. Bye, flowers. Hey, shell. So if you chose the shell and this one is for you, let's find out your next steps in your love life to actually getting the love life that you want and you deserve. Been very interesting readings, these ones. So shells, let's find out what it is for you. Now, as always, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That is a written reading that goes with this. So if you do find that this could be your story or is your story, and you want more guidance, so more guidance for the situation you find yourself in right now, more guidance for the relationship that's coming as well, things you need to know about yourself, things you need to know about them, possible dynamics, all of that, and possible timelines, how it might all go down as well. You can book in for that. Toward the end of this reading, there'll be a link that pops up there. You can find a link in the description box and the comments for that as well. So let's get your information out. Coming of age, maturing. There's a maturity here, a maturity that needs to happen. So I think some learning about yourself, shells, and what it is that you've been doing, so you can make some mature decisions in your love life. Okay, what else have we got? We've got paradox. A paradox. Okay, so this could be frustrating. It could be that seemingly what you ask for, you're getting the opposite of what you're asking for. It's the convergence of opposites. I think this is saying that there's a more mature way of looking at it, of what you've been getting, because you seem to be getting the opposite of what you really want. And there's going to be a revealing of how you've been getting the opposite of what you seemingly want. This paradox is if this paradox is going on in your love life at the moment, this is why. But we're going to go into why anyway, and what you can do differently. So let's get some tarot out for you. Shells. 10 of Pentacles, nice. 10 of Pentacles is like the family, happy families, you know? The house, the business, the money, the relationship, the family, the car, all of it. It's just all of it. Everything that you want. What else for shells? I'm going to get the clarifiers out before I go deeper into this. The Devil. Okay. Nine of Swords, a nightmare. Tends to come out with the Devil. And what else? One more for shells. The Fool, a new journey. Good. Stepping into the unknown, taking a risk. Why have we got the 10 of Pentacles out here for shells? What's this all about? So that could be like the ideal, the image kind of thing of what a happy family, what a perfect family, what it is that you think that you want. The couple, the children, the dog there, the house, the white picket fence, all of that. It might not be exactly what you want, or you wanting that might be attracting people that want that too, but haven't really thought deeply into what it is that they really want in a relationship. I had that wish when I was in my 20s, and I got married in my 20s, and I got all of that stuff, but it wasn't what I really wanted, so I left it. So yeah, just be careful of that. It's more like the marketing version. Do you know what I mean? It's like what society tells that you should want is what I'm picking up from that. But let's get a card out. Please clarify the Ten of Pentacles for shells here. Why have we got the Ten of Pentacles out here? Oh, lordy, lordy. Let's try that again, because that's way too many. An explosion of cards. It could have been any of those. Why have we got the Ten of Pentacles out here, please? Okay. The Priestess. The High Priestess. So, I feel like there's some truth in that, Charles, of that this is what you want. There's some kind of a complete picture of what it is that you want, that your heart's yearning for. But I feel you wanting that is attracting the wrong kind of people to you. Just because there's Devil and the Nine of Swords. Let's clarify the Devil here. Why have we got the Devil out for Crystal? For shells, I mean, not Crystal. Why have we got the Devil? We've got the Ace of Materials. It's materialistic thing. Okay, so it's the house, the white picket fence, the family, and all of that. Wanting that instead of wanting what's really going to nourish your heart. Sure, you can have those things and they'll come about. The Ten of Materials, again, it will come about. It's the material stuff, right? It's the Ten of Pentacles, it's the materials. It's wishing for that material stuff. What you're doing is you're attracting people that are wishing for that material stuff too. And it's not real. That's like what happens from a good foundational heart love relationship, not what that relationship is, right? And so you'll have been attracting this is the paradox. You want that, but then you're not finding that. Why is that? Well, this is just a byproduct. The Ten of Pentacles is a byproduct of finding yourself and finding true love in yourself, and then realizing what's loving and nourishing for you. What kind of a relationship would actually fill you up and love you properly? What kind of person would do that? Then getting together with them, establishing a firm foundation within yourselves in that relationship. Then the house and the family and the stuff, the external stuff, would come from that, if it's appropriate, if it's going to work that way. So it's like trying to put the cherry on top instead of baking the cake, you know? It's like wanting the frosting and the cherry before you've even baked the cake, before you've even got the ingredients together and beaten the eggs. You're too focused on the end result, and it's just the surface level stuff, it's just the stuff, it's the material stuff that you're going for. So you could have been, shells, finding materialistic people and wondering, like, why am I not getting true love and properly fulfilled and loved properly? Because you're asking for the Ten of Materials, and you're finding someone that's asking for the Ten of Materials. So you're being surface level, you're getting someone that's surface level. You're not asking for the depth. So that's the Devil, you know? The Devil going for the surface stuff. We don't mean to do it, but we're living in the material world, so it's easy to get distracted by that stuff. Nine of Swords. Why have we got the Nine of Swords here? The Two of Materials, things being up in the air, not seemingly being able to find what it is that you want, not being able to get your wishes met, your emotional wishes met with the material stuff. It's the same thing, really. The nightmare is going for the material stuff. And then finding it doesn't nourish you emotionally. You need to go for the nourishing emotional stuff. It's like anything, you know. It's like anything. If you are going for, say, your growth, your personal development, you finding out more about yourself, achieving more in your life, you're going to get the business success and all the relationship success and everything from that. If you go for the deeper stuff, the more fulfilling stuff, the real stuff, you're going to get it's automatically going to attract that external stuff. But if you go for the external stuff, if you're just going for the money instead of doing something that's in your heart and sharing your gifts with the world, you're going to get a double lesson from that. You are. And so this is what has been going on. You might have been asking for the Ten of Pentacles, and you might think that's more worthy than going for someone with big biceps or a six-pack, or someone really good looking. And you might recognize that as being superficial, but you're not recognizing this as being superficial too. It's the material stuff. That's why your wishes aren't being fulfilled. The Nine of Emotions is about wishes being fulfilled. You need to go for that first, the emotional wishes being fulfilled, the deeper stuff. So the Fool, there's a new journey to be had here. Page of Inspiration, starting again. The page is like young and naive, but coming of age. It's like maturing enough to go like, oh, I need to start again and get back to basics and start choosing from my heart, choosing what will actually nourish me, someone that's going to love me properly, that kind of thing. Starting again, being a beginner. Page of Inspiration, but with a maturity now to realize that you've been asking for things that aren't really what you want. So the Fool, it's like stepping into the unknown, starting again. The Knight of Emotions, choosing for your heart, and it's like valiantly going off in that direction. Well, okay, the way I've been doing it hasn't been serving me. Let's start again. Let's ask for what will actually be good for my heart. Let's just forget about all of that wanting kids or wanting the house or whatever it is, wanting that stability, the family structure and all of that. Let's forget about all of the material stuff and just go for someone to love me right, and then we'll see what happens after that. So why the Ten of Pentacles and the Priestess? This is how easy it is to get misguided by this, because you know that that's in your future, and it is in your future. It doesn't mean that you should chase that stuff down now. It could be very rich in the future too, but it doesn't mean that you should chase money down either. It seems like a big life lesson for you, this, to go for the real deep stuff first. Ten of Pentacles and the Priestess, emotional release. Exhausting is what I'm getting from this. It's been exhausting. Trying to get the completed cake by just going for the frosting and the cherry on top. It's exhausting. The Devil of the Ten of Materials and the Ace of Materials. So this, wanting to get the end result. Ancient wisdom. The ancient wisdom of going for the deep stuff inside of yourself first. So you've been in this nightmare because of that, the material stuff, instead of going for the Nine of Emotions. What do you want in a relationship? I want a car. It makes no sense, does it? The material stuff, it isn't. What do you want in a relationship? I want to be loved properly. I want it to be nurturing, and it's the emotional stuff that you need to be asking for now. Forget everything else, because everything else is a side effect that will come from that. So you've been in the struggle here because of that, chasing down the material stuff of what it appears that it will look like at the end of it. So the Fool is asking you to start this new journey as a beginner, as a novice, really. Right. Let's try that again. So the Fool, Knight of Emotions and the Page of Inspirations. You're starting again as a novice, asking afresh of what it is that you want. Give us some clarity on this, please. This Fool's journey, stepping into the unknown, choosing things that you haven't chosen before. It's almonds. So you've had signs that you need to start choosing something different now. Well, the signs that your love life isn't working, you're not getting what it is that you want. That'll be the signs too. So what else? For shells, we got you deserve love. You absolutely do love. Yes, you deserve the family, the car, the house, all of that too. The stability, everything, all the material stuff, yeah. But you deserve love first of all. Love is the important thing in relationships. And so this might be a little bit of a shock to you, because you probably think that you have been asking for depth. You have been asking for those the heart things, the emotional things, for the Nine of Emotions. It might be a bit of a shock to find out you're operating from a kind of superficial level still, wanting that I guess stability it could be seen as. So forgiving yourself and learning, right? Forgiving yourself and learning for what it is that you have been focused on. It's okay. It's easy. We're living, like I said, we're living in this 3D world. It's easy to get caught up in that stuff, to believe the physical world that we're seeing around us. Very easy to believe that stuff. You deserve love, though. Proper love. You deserve love, Charles. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So this struggle that you've been going through, the end of it approaches. That's good. You do deserve love, and you are going to get it if you make some changes. Of course, you carry on the way that you've been. You're just going to carry on getting what you got. The same disappointments over and over again. But integrity, you demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with your every action. So you need to decide what it is that you want in your heart and then not back down from that. It might be very difficult to understand how you can attract that to you, but if you're just holding that vision and that wish in your heart of those deep things that you want, then you will attract it to you. And then make every action support that, you know. Don't back down on it is what that means. Be in integrity then. Not enough. Things that aren't enough for you, you need to say no to that, even if someone's promising you that stuff. Because the people that are promising you the 10 of Pentacles saying, oh yeah, I want that stability, I want that house and all of that stuff, they're not the ones with the depth. It's not going to be a solid love foundation there. It's not enough. Frustrated in relationships, it's what you've been experiencing, right? Self-sabotage. You might have not realized that it's been self-sabotage. Forgiving and learning then. So as you release and heal the past, heal from the past, you'll experience more love. So give us more on this for Shells. Have faith in your dreams. If you forgive and heal yourself and learn from it, you can change it. You can heal from it. Luck is on your side then. Have faith in your dreams. You're going to get what it is that you want by going about it in a different way. Or looking for something deeper. What's that? Gratitude. You need to be very grateful for what you've been through. As frustrating as it is now, Charles, you're going to be very grateful for what you've been through, because it's all going to lead you to someone incredible. It's going to love you properly once you realize what it is that you actually want and ask for it. Okay, boat is what you've got here. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. So you are going to receive what it is that you need. But the boat is about a journey, a transition. There's going to be a journey from where you are right now, what it is you're asking for right now, what you've been focused on, what you've been letting into your life, to what is actually going to bring you the things that you want, that love that you want, and all of the things that you want that's going to come from that love as well. Children, whatever it is that you want. Horseshoe, again, good luck. Luck will be on your side, or seemingly so, but really you're just going to create it because you're going to be focused on the right things and of what it is that you want. Asking for that. You got the sun, happiness and well-being. You're going to get everything that you want from this. And wind chimes, peace and harmony. Beautiful. You've got so much good coming from this. Let's get you another one of these out, Charles. Oh. Okay, let's get you one of these out. Another message for you. Speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. Okay, this is saying what you need to be aware of here, Charles, is to ask for the feeling words, the emotional words. So no longer writing down the physical stuff, like what they're going to look like, how much money they're going to have, what kind of a job that they're going to have, what kind of car they're going to drive and stuff like that, what you're going to do together. No longer asking for that. Only using the emotional words. So speak the language of love. Use those emotional words. How someone's going to make you feel. Just be focused on that now. Just be focused on how someone's going to make you feel. the feeling words. Speak the language of love, and that's how you're going to attract that in. Every time on your wish list, or you're thinking about stuff, and whenever it's material stuff, tangible stuff, forget about that. That's not the deep stuff. Go for what you really want to feel, and that will keep you on track. So there you go. That's what to do next in your love life, Charles. So if that does resonate with you, if it sounds like it could be your story or is your story, then you might want more guidance on this to help you even further with this process. So I'll pop a link for that up there. It's just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant download. And I will go into advice for you right now. So help even further, how to do this stuff. And guidance for the relationship that's actually going to come in, like what you're going to get from that relationship, what you need to know about yourself and dealing with relationships like that, because this is new territory for you. You haven't experienced one of these relationships before. And yeah, things you need to know about that, and things you need to know about yourself, how to make it work really well, and possible timelines and how it might all go down as well. So if you want to book in for that, you can do that. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support of my channel, your clicking likes, your shares, your comments, and all of that stuff, subscriptions of course. Good luck with this progression in your love life, this change in your love life, and I'll see you next time. Bye.